Welcome to our story of friction.
Before we experiment, let's identify what friction really is.
Friction is an opposing force that slows down the motion of an object.
For example, a skier skiing down a mountain will slow down due to the friction created by the skis and the snow.
Friction affects everyday life, from driving a car to flying in an airplane. Friction surrounds us.
Friction often confuses people because they don't know how it affects an object.
We decided to roll a bowling ball down a hallway and see how friction affects it. But before we reveal our results, let's interview some people on what they think would happen.
Katie, what do you think will happen to the speed of a bowling ball if it is rolled down a hallway?
It will decelerate and eventually stop because the floor causes friction.
Smart answer. Possibly you. Haley, what do you think will happen to the speed of a bowling ball if it is rolled down a hallway?
I think it's going to accelerate because of the momentum.
Run. What do you think will happen to the speed of a bowling ball if it is rolled down a hallway?
I don't know, like, is the X direction, maybe like negative 9.81 or something will help that or something, you know?
So what will happen to the ball?
I think it will like stop or something like that.
Because negative 9.
Yeah, correct.
Word.
Yeah.
So to find our first velocity, we plugged into the equation velocity equals distance over time and found that our distance was 4 meters and our time was 1.47 seconds. And we got as a first velocity 2.72 meters per second.
To find our second velocity, we did the same thing as the first, but plugged in 4 meters over 1.8 seconds and got 2.2 meters per second.
We then needed to find the change in velocity to find our acceleration.
We used the equation delta V equals VI minus VF and plugged in 2.2 meters per second minus 2.72 meters per second and got our change in velocity equals negative 0.52 meters per second.
And we used the equation A equals delta V over T and got acceleration equals negative 0.03 meters per second squared.
In this situation, the net force equals the force of friction. We used F net equals MA and plugged in 7.26 kilograms times negative 0.03 meters per second squared and got an F net of negative 0.22 newtons. By the way, the mass of the bowling ball was 7.26 kilograms.
So as our bowling ball was rolling down the hallway, the force of friction acting in the opposite way was negative 0.22 newtons.
Back home to you.